CarawanCo presents a CarawanCo puzzle production. An unboxing, construction, and review. Hello everyone, and welcome to CarawanCo.PuzzleProductions, where life is a puzzle. So, the final update video is going to be pushed back a few more weeks, considering the whole puzzle art thing. So, before we get to unbagging this, a little backstory. A few weeks ago, I joined a welding class, and I had to buy all my equipment. Supposedly the teacher had kits set up, but they weren't available in the bookstore. So I had to go out and get my own stuff. Fortunately, everything that I needed, except for my welding jacket, it was at Harbor Freight. I promise you, this is not sponsored. There's only one problem. You get a lot of stuff, you need to have a place to put it all. I had a toolbox, but it wouldn't fit my helmet, or my school book and notebook, or my regular class supplies. So I've been lugging all three of these to class. Bit of a pain. Fortunately, my teacher told me about something I could get on Amazon that would supposedly hold all of this. And that's what this is, I hope. This is supposed to be a welder's backpack. It's supposed to have a special compartment specifically for the helmet. Let's open it up and find out. Side with the straps. Very flat. An exterior attachment. Lots of flaps and pouches. But I don't see any instructions. Okay, I think I got this. Okay. Yeah. I think this actually seems fairly straightforward. It's got this hook, which connects to here for safekeeping when the thing's open. Oh, and it hooks up here when the thing is going to be, when it's closed. And these two hooks hook to these. And with these buttons here, you can easily adjust them to make them as tight as you need. So, yeah, I think this is going to work out. This is the main thing. Not a very solid bottom on this. I think this will work. Not as sealed in as I would like, but it works. Sorry, you can't really see these side hooks. Bit of a hassle to adjust. Don't recommend using your teeth for this, but it works. And now that I've got most of the way, I'll tighten it the rest of the way by hand. Probably just could have done that from the beginning. It's not as sealed as I would like. There are some gaps on the sides, but this will do it. Simply pop the top hook. And out comes the helmet. Like I said, lots of flaps, but that was the main thing. The helmet here was the main thing. Like I said, it's not as sealed as I would like. Maybe they should have included a zipper around here. Let's see if we can stuff this a bit, shall we? My welding tools. These are either TIG or MIG pliers. I can never remember which, but they're welding pliers. Long handle wire brush. Safety goggles. Welding striker. soapstone metal marker. Welding gloves. Welding jacket. Chipping hammer. You see how often I've had to use this so far. And a magnetic grabber. And that's everything in there. Welding jacket. Inside. I can just stuff it in there. You can easily pull it out. Bunch of pockets on the sides here. I mean, bunch of loops on the sides. That'll do. None of this is set in stone. Main point is, will it all go in here? And like I said, there are pockets all over this thing. Let's go ahead and rip this out of here. Well, I don't know. That'll fit. Toolbox is now empty. Briefcase needs a key. Textbook. Trying to not show the labels because not sponsored. My supply list. My notebook. Mechanical pencil for it. Yeah, I've got a lot of blue going on here. And if I need any legal, any official documentation, I can just keep this in my truck. I can easily stuff the top with it, or wait a minute. I wonder. don't want to bend this. But I can put the notebook in here. Lost the eraser cap. Zip it up tight. And the lid, by the way, is solid. And I'm going to try something. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. Just gonna tighten the straps some more. There we go. Adjustments will be made as they need to be. But, oh, the straps even have a buckle on the front here. It's been a while since I put one of these on. These can be adjusted as well. I should have realized. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Well, looks like I filled this thing out to its absolute limits on the straps here. But that's it. Other than looking like I've got an antenna coming out of my backside. It works very well. Again, some adjustments will have to be made, but everything fits in it, and my hands are completely free. And my hands are completely free. So now, outside of So now, outside of worrying about where my caboose goes, I can easily go to school look like a civilized human being. I don't have to worry about looking. I don't have to worry about taking multiple trips to the truck. Wow. Yeah, not sure if you can hear all that rubbing, but the pouch and bag is rubbing against the wall over here. So yeah, I gotta get used to having a little extra junk in my trunk, as it were. Some adjustments will be needed. And so for now, I've gone from this to this. And from this and from this to this. Well, I had intended on releasing this video a lot sooner, but due to scheduling conflicts, it is well past the end of the semester now. Which actually has an unexpected benefit to it. I can give a proper rating of this thing. Well, as far as I can tell, I've got really no complaints for it overall, so I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I say 4.5 because if I had been designing it, I would have taken the helmet pack here and placed it up here, like one of those travel camping style backpacks. The really big bulky ones that have a place for the sleeping bag up top. As you may have noticed, this gives you a little extra junk on the trunk. Seriously, why not just put it up there and make it like a headrest sort of design? And if I could do anything with fabric, I would make that alteration in a heartbeat. I can't really judge any of the tools in here because, well, for gas tungsten arc welding, I didn't really use any of them. Except for this for cleaning off my table. But it's a brush. It's a wire brush. What's there to rate? What's there to rate? I can't, however, rate my school book. Rate my school book? What's he talking about? I give this book 1/2 out of 5 stars. It was pretty much utterly useless. my teachers, they prefer to teach by doing. In other words, they show you how to use the equipment, and then they cut you loose with the project, helping as needed. This book learning stuff, as far as they're concerned, this is only useful when human malware hits. And the one time we needed this, everyone had a different version. 5 students in class, maybe it was maybe 7 at the time, and everyone had a different version or didn't even have a book at all and therefore needed a handout. And all the handouts were different too. How does that work? In fact, one student behind me had some conflicting information. We had the same book, but we had conflicting information. And I asked him, the chapter we were supposed to read was Gas Tungsten Arc Welding. That was the title, plain and simple. So I asked him, are you sure you read Gas Tungsten Arc Welding and not Gas Tungsten Arc Welding and Supplies? He took a quick look at the chapter title, slammed his book shut and said, dang it! But one little discrepancy in the title and he read the wrong title. And it was the longer of the two. Also, shortly after I started class, I was told I needed welding boots. So, my family searched the internet, and my aunt found these. These are, there's no trademark or anything on them. It says they're oil and slip resistant, but it doesn't have an actual brand. It's on the tongue. Just says made in China. Now these were a gift, so I have no actual details on them as far as where they came from or the price. But actually I think they came through Amazon. Not sure. But anyway, I don't have other work boots, but if I don't have any other work boots that I can compare these to, but whatever the rating would be, it would end with a half star, and for one reason. These little hooks right here, they make absolutely no sense. All these others here, these other holes for the shoelaces, they're just standard holes, maybe reinforced due to the metal. But up here, you just got 2 hooks. And they're not like emergency slip your shoes off in case of a grease fire or anything, because you got another hole up here. So you'd have to completely undo these holes, and then slip the lace off of these. What's the point? So when you go to take the shoes off, you have to loosen the laces, obviously. But when you go back to tighten it back up, you make these loose. There's a high probability of it just falling off, which means you have to relace your shoes, relace your boots. So there's no point in them. So whatever the rating would be for this alone, I would end the rating, be it 3 stars, 4 stars, whatever, with a half star on the end. As for the welding helmet, there are 3 controls, 2 on the inside and 1 on the outside. As for the 2 knobs on the inside, one controls the sensitivity, the level of light outside required to turn on the auto darkening feature, and the delay, the speed at which the auto darkening actually turns on. Why you wouldn't want that to be as fast as possible is beyond me, unless you're going for some clever camera trick.
And the third control is on the outside. It controls how dark the helmet actually gets. You can adjust how dark the screen gets so that you can do various welds, or you can put it on grind mode, which turns off the auto darkening so that you can use the welding mask for a face shield. I kept mine at 10.5 for my gas tungsten art welding class.
So ultimately, I give this a good solid 4.5 out of 5 stars as well. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, does it well. It's just this plastic could be a little bit more solid, I guess the term would be. I guess that's what happens when you buy from Harbor Freight. Not that I'm bashing them, mind you. I love their stuff. It's just, you can kind of just look at this and see how it's wobbling like that? This is flimsy. But still, if you're just going to weld every now and then good value. Well, that's all I've got for you today. So, until next time, Happy New Year, happy welding, and as always, God bless.